What you just watched there was a stupid person who has spent their entire life believing that they're a smart person, find out in real time that they're actually a stupid person and their brain malfunctions. She just realized in the middle of whatever the fuck that was that she was a fool. She you could see the facial expression change as she rambled, "Oh my god, I'm a fucking retard." It hit her like a ton of bricks. Here's the difference between a smart person and a stupid person who thinks they're smart. Is a smart person is willing to just admit when they're wrong. A smart person is willing to cede something to their opponent in an argument. And those are usually the people that get further in life, because we're not just talking theoretical debates here. We're talking, are you willing to cede ground to your spouse? Are you willing to cede ground to your boss? Are you willing to cede ground to whoever, right? A smart person is willing to admit when the other person is right, or at least has a point. If your opponent in a debate asks you, does 2 plus 2 always equal 4? And your answer is not yes, because you refuse to cede even the smallest bit of ground to your opponent, you're not an intelligent person. You know, Orwell wrote about this in 1984, which is the ultimate book that people like to pretend they've read. But Orwell had a thing in 1984 called 2 plus 2 equals 5. Because that was the type of I mean, it's the same thing as men can get pregnant. The party would say such ridiculous things like 2 plus 2 equals 5 that you would just have to pretend it was true. That you watched that woman do that right there. She's going to make the argument that 2 plus 2 doesn't always equal 4. And that's where we get into like subjective morality and all these things like that. And you know, where everything's gray and it can just be whatever we want it to be. You know, men can get pregnant, girls can become boys, dogs can be cats, all this fucking flip turned upside down bullshit. No, sometimes things are just objective. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Men cannot get pregnant. Murder is bad. Things like that. It's okay to have a little bit of objective morality from time to time.